listening to the Contraritics Podcast, pushing back against the insanity of this world with arguments that may or may not work. And here's your hosts, Josh the Gun Nerd and Ian the Beer Nut.
I've got no dreams to tell you about today.
Oh, bummer.
I know you're.
Those make great intros, yeah. Yeah, I think I did put that in the show notes of...
Yep.
I said, Josh has a dream and feels compelled to share it with the listeners.
He inflicted us with his dream.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, why don't we just get right to it and open the show with Sullivan's Brewing Company Maltings Irish Ale.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell that it was Irish by the name.
Is that Irish? I don't know.
Maybe. You're supposed
or is
to
that pirate?
Yeah, you never know. It's like, is it Irish? Is it pirate? Is it, Australian?
Right.
White boys like me just don't know.
It just gets all mixed up,
Yep.
Sometimes when I start to talk, like if I'm trying to do it, my Indian accent might blend with the Chinese, or you just never know.
Yep.
But this is like I said, from Sullivan's Brewing Company, out of Kilkenny, Ireland, established in 1702. So that's before.
Yeah, before when I was born.
Right, but didn't we say last time
yeah.
Guinness was about like 1750s or something?
I think that sounds probably right.
Yeah, because I don't think. I mean, this was on the cusp of 1600s. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's breweries I think we said in Germany that go back to the 1600s. But
yeah,
because we talked about that whole thing where they have the cellaring.
This one is 1,000 years old. I think.
Oh, really?
If I remember right.
So this is batch brewed and hand packed in Ireland.
It's like that's shoving the beer into the can.
That's a very not American way to say that.
Yeah.
You just don't. I mean, there's certain words that
Yep.
in Australia they say things strange.
Yep. Yeah. There's words that here are massively insulting.
I mean,
yeah.
Have you seen that old commercial about
It's funny seeing you nervous about saying a word.
Well, there's multiple. There's more than one.
Yeah.
But they're playing off the idea of how it sounds weird when they say, like he's talking about his deck.
Oh yeah, that's
and the I and E sound in Australianese is
there's whole commercials of that
dedicated to it. Yeah.
Yep.
There's also a name of a beer that sounds very provocative in how they pronounce it.
Yeah.
But this is so this was hand packed in Ireland. It says this is our classic ruby ale with deep malt combining rich biscuit and gentle. Oh, you know what? We never got to our caramel story. Our gentle caramel notes. Visual, rich ruby color with good foam. With good foam, not the bad foam. And then the aroma is malt and fruit taste balance of blended malt with hop bitterness. Good body with a dry finish. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
it's a good body with a dry finish.
Good body with a dry finish. And good foam. I always remember the movie
foam.
Hook. You ever see that?
The what?
The movie Hook.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Dennis, what's his name? I can't remember. I just
really
remember
like
at one
that.
point they're sword fighting. He's like, good foam. And as a kid, I was like, what does foam have to do? And I was like, oh, form. That's what it is. But
I really like that nose.
I would
nice.
if my nose wasn't plugged.
Yeah, it's got a nice like it says a nice malty nose.
Yeah,
but it's bright. It's not just like super.
Oh yeah, man, that's refreshing.
Yeah, I can imagine this. I mean, just the whole vibe of the can and everything with historic buildings and stuff. I can imagine going into a pub and they're tapping a fresh keg of it or whatever.
Yeah,
what's the thing where they actually, do do the live tapping or whatever.
Into the bunghole.
Yeah. And I didn't want to say it because I'm like, is that really the word?
It is. That's why I have fun saying it, because it makes everybody nervous. But it is actually what it's called.
I mean, sometimes I say things and then I wish I wouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So we decided to start with the lighter body of the two. The other one is
like I said, a little drier.
Yeah, a little drier. It's just a 5%er. It's got that nice red.
It does, yeah. Very
red
clean
brown
looking
body. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
What did it say? Good body with a dry finish.
Yep, I agree with those words.
Yeah, I mean it's got a little bit of hot bitterness with that malty underbelly.
Yeah, the malty underbelly of the brewing industry,
but a good body.
Yeah.
So, man, but there's a lot of crap going on. I mean, Minnesota just makes
it into the headlines.
Committed to staying
every day.
Committed to just being wacko. And
to seeing in front of us, but also largely irrelevant.
I mean, I'm trying to think of what my thoughts were about Minnesota pre-2020. You know, I'm like, I don't know, Mall
Cold
America.
And people, say things in a funny accent. I was
just like...
Now it's a really funny accent, and they look like they've never lived in the cold. But
yeah, I mean, they've imported a lot of people from other parts of the world.
Yeah.
I saw
hand-packed.
I saw this senator. I'm going to say senator because I actually don't know, but it was someone. It looked like it was in Congress, and the guy was grilling a representative from Minnesota and saying, "Hey, do you know the stats about what percentage of?" And he was trying to make a distinction about those that have immigrated from Somalia to Minnesota versus those that have lived there for generations or whatever, like natural born versus imports.
Yeah.
however you want to call that distinction. Yeah. And the guy was going down the list of, basically it's like 80% roughly of Somalians are on some sort of a welfare.
Oh yeah. I've heard this.
Versus the, whatever he called them, natural born, Minnesotians. But the guy who was supposed to be answering the questions the whole time was just taking issue with his distinction between, Somalis. And, he was offended by, just so you know, like most of them, they're actually second generation Somalis now. It's like, oh, great.
And they don't have a daycare to put them in,
The fact remains that they're still on welfare.
Yeah.
So second generation isn't figuring it out,
Exactly.
And that is actually one way that you slowly bring down a country is by just bleeding it out slowly, basically.
Yeah.
Where they no longer it becomes unsustainable. Where this huge majority of people's relying on this welfare that we don't have. In terms of like actual liquid cash, we
totally. Yeah.
I just shared with because we're going through the government part of Washington State history and just talking about government in general, and I looked it up just to see, and between I think 2025 2026 the national debt went up like over $2 trillion.
Am I wrong in remembering that like 15 years ago ish, give or take 5 years, we were at like $3 trillion? I don't know,
maybe. I mean the conservatives are not definitely not conserving.
No.
And neither are the other side. I mean, they only come in with ideas of how to spend.
Yep. Or for defraud. I mean, both of them are. Democrats it's kind of their natural bent.
Yeah.
Republicans are like, well, everybody else is doing it, so we might as well get on board. That's what it is. It's like it is the uniparty. They don't. Yeah.
I mean, I applaud at least Trump going, at least shifting where we're getting some of those funds, to the tariff model. we'll see if it actually works long term. But why are we just letting foreign nations having free play on our marketplace without actually having to pay? Let's make American manufacturing competitive by, leveling the playing field for our, or even just saying like, hey, it's pay to play. Like if you want access to our marketplace, you got to pay this fee, and benefiting from those, from that extra revenue. Because let's at least try something different. Everybody else is just like, well, here's the same thing. Oh, Obamacare. Oh yeah, that's gonna solve everything.
Yeah.
The only thing
seems like it's worked out really well.
It's who it's worked out well for. It's worked out well for the healthcare companies.
Yeah.
Quote unquote healthcare. And hence
bogus,
why you should join a local DPC like Jubilee Clinic.
Absolutely.
That you can have direct access to your
I signed up
doctor.
like a month ago. Yeah, almost a month ago when their opening day, and been back there 2 times since, getting blood work done and figuring out what's wrong with me, and so.
Well, I doubt they're going to figure that out.
Yeah, well, some things that blood work can't detect.
Right. Something I can't put my finger on. That's great, and opening day was awesome. Getting to tour the facility and excited for them their reach to slowly expand, and for people to mentally get over the hurdle of, but I have the best insurance. It's like, but what does that actually get you?
Yeah.
Are you able to get into a doctor earlier than 6 weeks?
So if you have the best insurance, you'll probably pay $300 for your blood work. Mm-hmm. I paid $90. If you have the best insurance, you'll probably pay at least twice as much as I'm paying for my medications and stuff so far. So
it's cutting out all the fluff, cutting out all the stuff that impedes you actually getting care.
Yeah.
And we're excited to have Jubal back on at some point here in the near future to see how things are going, and
definitely
get an update on things, and maybe even how things have shifted from when we originally interviewed him. And for sure in the ownership model, and he can talk through that of how they had to navigate state law and
how the state told them one thing, and then when they got rolling, told them a different thing.
Oh, actually,
Yep.
Which he is kind of blazing some ground there, like blazing new territory. Not that he's the first one, but maybe the first,
the first nurse,
medical doctor trying to own one. So, hopefully he can be a resource for others that are that maybe are trying to follow in that model.
Yep. Blow it up.
Yeah, but just referring to who benefited from Obamacare and just how spending went through the roof, and like who are we actually trying to benefit, the American taxpayer or just big corporations, which I'm not against big corporations, but it seems like companies like BlackRock and stuff like that are just trying to monopolize on. They're buying everything. They're buying mid-sized businesses. They're buying residential homes all over the place. Basically, when the economy goes down, big, ginormous companies like that just capitalize on that downturn. And you just wonder what the future will look like when Bill Gates owns a ton of land.
Well, it's interesting with
and his motives and all that. Yeah,
some of the stuff that's been going on with him. There was some
the Epstein stuff,
more Epstein stuff released, and
he tried to kind of quell it by saying, "Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have been." But I shut that down right away. Blah blah.
And apparently not.
Doesn't really sound like it, Bill.
Nope.
From the emails from your buddy.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how that all works out with. Some names are just mentioned, a lot, and some are actually a lot of involvement is there, and some people have said I had no involvement with them, or actually saying the opposite when in the emails that they found, and it's one of those things that's out now, and it's just like, all right, cool, like it only just showed more of what we already knew.
Yeah.
So
did you see the the video that I didn't watch the video. I just saw a screen grab of the video that Trump posted last night and then deleted right away.
No,
It's the Obamas, like it's their face on two like apes.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you're just like, oh boy.
Oh
boy.
my goodness.
Like you had to go there.
Yeah. I mean, there's a difference between what friends can send each other and what the president can post. Like, come on, man.
Apparently there's not.
Come on, man. I sound like Joe Biden right there.
Yeah, and Not the Bee summed it up. They said Trump's social media team just handed the left prime attack material by not checking for a hidden meme at the end of a video. I don't know what the hidden meme means. But he said from 2020 from 10:26 Eastern time last night to midnight, the president reposted videos, clips pushing long debunked 2020 election conspiracy theories, after which one features this vile and racist depiction of President and First Lady Obama. They said apparently the full video has nothing to do with the Obamas, but at the very end there's that meme, apparently.
Okay.
It said it's all about the DS200 voting tabulators in Michigan, specifically how a 4G-enabled chip made in Taiwan was reportedly found in a tabulator. But at the very end, apparently at the very end of the video, that image shows up.
I see. Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with the actual video, but it just it gives them just, you know, of course, I've already seen people posting that like this is, you know, Trump's always been racist, and this is just more evidence that he's racist. Yeah, you know, and those people, like
these are the people that yell the N-word at ICE agents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
or, yeah, House N-word.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, House Norwegian.
Uh-huh.
So.
And then apparently there's more versions of where they put heads of politicians on different animals.
Oh my god.
They like have Hillary with like, I don't know what she is. She's got tusks coming out.
Yeah, she's a warthog.
Yeah.
That is funny.
And you got Chuck Schumer as a giraffe. You got AOC as a donkey. Joe Biden.
What's the guy that looks like a turtle that passes out all the time? They should have done that one. That would have been too easy.
Yeah, they made Kamala the turtle.
Yep.
And Trump the lion, of course.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know, stuff like that, I mean, this is the stuff that you get out of a Trump-like character where, you know, he's not running everything by, you know, I'm sure all of his, you know, handlers or, you know, his team, you know, he's just like, no, I'm just going to post what I want to post.
Yeah.
And then you get stuff like this every once in a while.
They're following up and, you know, deleting it. Gotta get rid of that.
No, because it was quickly deleted. But
yeah. Could you imagine?
But what do you think about walkouts for kids at schools?
I think kids need to walk more. I think that's good for them. I think that, you know, walking for what's the local one? They're, you know, anti-ICE, pro invasion students. Yeah, I've been seeing that one popping up from Como and different ones where they're. It's an interesting thing. Like, so school is indoctrination. It is indoctrinating your children, the children that you've been tasked to teach with information. It is not telling them. It's not inflicting your opinion on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is taking truth and giving that to them, and that's obviously not the case in public schools. It is just
it's all indoctrination. It just depends on what indoctrination you want. Like a corrupted education. Yeah, I mean, they have an agenda. Yeah. They're trying to convince your kids that boys are girls or can be girls, and that everything's upside down, clown world. But obviously at our school, we're trying to lead with truth, truth derived from God and His Word, and then how that impacts everything down the road, down line from that. But yeah, it is I mean, I can totally picture the activist teacher that just got all pumped up from watching all these videos and comes in and like, screw the lesson today. What we're talking about today is how our fellow immigrant neighbors deserve, blah, blah, blah. Like
hyping them up, getting them all riled up, and then, leaving school.
Right.
Which, hey, you know what? We're going to leave school pretty soon to go to, a museum. That's kind of what you should be going to do. Not going out and marching in the street.
The Everett Herald covered one of the walkouts, and I was talking about the signs that they were holding. One says, "Being different is not a crime." With liberty and justice for all. So, tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah.
And then it says, ice with a line through it. It's like, yes. Who said that being different is a crime?
That's our RCW code. Thou shalt not be different. Or we will arrest you.
You would expect that type of sign to be at like a, like if they were arresting gay people or something.
Exactly. Transgender Somalians.
We're just different. We're just trannies trying to read library books to children. Or like this other one that says, you can't love the culture and not support the people. You can't love the culture. Okay. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously they're being told something that is not meshing with what is actually happening.
Yeah.
Like,
because you had another good one there too. That
fight ignorance, not immigrants.
Which, we saw that one and we're like, so are they asking us to punch them?
Yeah. Like, I think if we're fighting ignorance, we should start right here. Like,
it reminds me of the sign that pops up, the meme sign that pops up every Christmas. That's like a Christmas charity to fight children with diabetes. And the line is always, well, they've got diabetes and they're children. I could probably beat them up.
That's funny.
So fight ignorance. All right.
Yeah, it seems kind of cruel.
Yeah.
They're obviously being told that this is about a love problem. Like, and we would say, in terms of, top level down, it is a loves problem. But like, what do you actually love?
A love for your nation, as opposed to a love for invasion. I mean, that's what we're talking about here. These, I saw on Twitter this morning. I think that there's somebody's proposing some sort of amnesty for illegal immigrants that have not broken a law inside our country and did not break laws from their previous country. And then also they cannot be on any sort of assistance. What do you think about that?
Like, what would the punishment be?
So the punishment is they have to repay any back taxes.
Okay.
But they can't be on assistance, and they can't have broken any other than the breaking the law to get here. They cannot have like broken any laws here, or be a criminal from their country of origin. Yeah,
I'm more on board with that.
Yeah.
I think that you do have countries that, like Somalia, it seems from the circumstantial evidence that we have so far, that is like they're not looking to assimilate. They're looking to they're like taking over parts of Minneapolis as I'm the captain now.
Exactly. And so that's the thing is we are not having people coming here that are high quality people from whatever country they're from. They're coming here to take. Right. And so if you're coming here to take, that is the issue. Because I understand, I think we talked about this last time, but I understand people wanting to flee some of their crappy countries.
Sure.
But bring something with you. Don't come here just to take from us. Don't be your second gen Somalian or whatever that is on welfare. Like don't come here to take. Come here to add to it. Build this culture, not destroy it. That's a welcome thing, and we can deal with the issue of your invasion. To me, that I don't want people to come here illegally, but we do have that problem, and so how do we solve it? And that would be one of the ways, I think. But
yeah, currently, I mean, like because obviously these ICE coordinated strategies to limit their activity and ability to deport these people seems to be like, hey, maybe we can just slow them down enough to keep enough people in here so we can get the vote back. Yeah. Just curious. Like, I don't know that that's true, but why 100%? Why else are these people so motivated to? Yeah.
I think most of them don't know. I think that they got a lot of handlers that are.
But the ones that are pulling the levers, like it's very coordinated. It's very, I mean, they have a whole network of signal chats and
they just keep getting ousted, which is really fun.
Yeah, and they setting up Gestapo checkpoints.
Because apparently you got to have borders,
right? Yeah, I mean, we just want to know who's in our community, and we want to let in the right people.
You know what community you can't get in? Billie Eilish's or her eyelashes or whatever Eilish's community. You can't get into her community.
No. But anybody that has stolen land that's not her should give it back.
That's right. Yeah. How about we go steal her land back?
Right.
I
mean, there's actually a lawyer that's working up something that, that is petitioning for her to give the land back.
That'd be awesome.
And it might just be a gag, but
just like we need that, mocking that kind of foolishness. It's just like, why do people applaud the special needs? They just don't have the ability to put, two thoughts together. Like that's just.
Well, I don't know about you, Josh, but I applaud the special needs people.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't fight children with autism or diabetes.
I'm Wilford Brimley, and I got diabetes.
Well, what I just put in the glass is another Alesmith special edition. So we've had. We've had the chocolate cake, and then we've had the maple bar edition up here, and I think we've had at least one other through the years.
Yeah.
I mean, just the Speedway Stout on its own is awesome, but this is with, is it cocoa nibs or cacao nibs?
Got childhood trouble.
Yeah. And then with pecan or pecans.
I'm partial to pecan.
Okay, pecan.
It's not. My grandpa used to say that. He was from Nebraska. Pecan, and I'm like, you know what? An homage to my.
There you
grandpa.
Go. Vanilla and coffee. So.
Oh man, yeah. I can pick up some of that.
Yeah, it's got that kind of nutty nose to it. And this was made in collaboration with Julian Pie Company.
So they threw some pies in there.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what Julian Pie Company is, but it says...
I bet you they make pies.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. Dessert-driven variants inspired by classic American pies. From rich fillings to flaky finishes, each brew is a turbocharged slice of nostalgia.
I see that. They got the little pie crust around the logo there.
Yeah. This was originally crafted for San Diego Beer Week.
San Diego.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I don't know where... I'm curious where that Julian Pie Company is out of. This is... and Alesmith is a San Diego brewery, so it might be in San Diego. But who knows? Because they've also done like another one that we had. I don't think we have it up there, but it was a... remember, it's... shut up. New Orleans edition, or...
Yeah, this sounds familiar.
Mardi Gras... No, was it Mardi Gras edition? Something like that. or no.
Is this where they had coffee in it from New Orleans?
Oh yeah, I think
Is it that one?
I think there was a coffee edition in there. Anyway, if you've been listening that long, maybe that jogs your beer nose through the microphone memory. Julian Pie Company is out of St. Isabel, California.
Okay.
There's more than one location. There's also one in Julian, wherever that is. I mean, it all adds up now, but it's probably just outside of. It's right down on the border there, near San Diego, near Tijuana. So it actually looks like there's a bunch of locations, or at least their pies are sold at a bunch of locations. That is an interesting thing. I don't think we have a pie company up here.
We do. Snohomish Pie Company.
Yeah. Okay.
I went in there probably the first couple years they opened. It was really good. I think I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm not, but it would be unlikely that it hasn't gone woke in Snohomish, flying rebel flags and all that kind of stuff. So,
right. Yeah, I mean, you kind of got to bow the knee.
Yeah.
It seems in Snohomish.
Yep. Or don't go.
Yeah, exactly. But what do you think of this?
I like it. It's kind of a little flat to me because I think my taste buds are a little limited with my nose, but I like it. And
now it's not a barrel aged, so it's an imperial stout with these additions of cacao nibs, pecans, vanilla, and coffee. So it's got additions, gives it a nice. Alesmith is actually one that I think I went to when I dragged Kim out to San Diego because we were in.
Okay.
We were near Palm Springs, just hanging out in 2017, I think, and we left the kids with the grandparents, and I was like, I wanted to get to San Diego to go to some of the beer joints over there, and so I finally made it out there.
This is a good one.
It wasn't much to speak of in terms of like a facility. It actually reminded me of the one that we visited in Woodinville recently.
Oh yeah, okay. Just a big warehouse.
Yeah, big warehouse. I mean,
good beer.
They're
knocking it out with the beer for sure.
But yeah, and they have some good barrel aged stuff, and but this, I mean, Speedway Stout has been a just a solid go-to imperial stout through the years. Just by itself is really good.
Yeah, they haven't thrown pickle juice in anything, so
No,
think about that next time, Fort George.
I did.
I used to say Fort George can't make bad beer, but apparently if they're trying, they can.
I think we can say with confidence anything barrel aged we've
unless it was in a pickle barrel. just putting that out there.
Passed with flying colors. No, but I did.
No, remember there was the one from North Sound that was barrel aged.
Yeah, I was saying from anything barrel aged from Fort George, but I did think of that pickle beer today when
you burped.
Yeah, when on Not the Bee, I saw it said the headline said Columbia Sportswear created like Columbia, the sweaters and stuff or fleeces,
outdoor gear,
created a beer made from bear poop. Yes, bear poop for the Super Bowl. It said there's publicity stunts and then there's this. I mean, maybe we found one that tastes worse than a pickle beer.
Man, I hope that this was like during berry season.
Right.
I don't want one that tastes kind of like salmon.
Right.
And poop. I want it to taste like berries and poop.
So, let's see. Well, according to
Nature Calls, of course.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Oh, this is by Breakside, huh?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, man.
It says the big game's shittiest beer ad.
It's apparently it's clean tasting.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there are things that I don't want to put in my mouth, and I mean, I think
Okay, so this is
it's just publicity.
Yeah, so they Breakside process the water to make. I mean, obviously they have to use something like this,
Yeah.
but to make sure it's safe for use, ensuring the final product is 100% safe to drink. So, boiling the water, filtering it, hitting it with UV. It's a stunt.
So basically,
it's funny.
all the bear poop is taken out of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is my favorite conversation to have with my fifth graders. We're talking about the water cycle. We just got done with that. And I tell them that, I usually, because, everybody's got to have a water bottle these days. And so we're talking about it. And then all of a sudden, one of the kids drinks from his water bottle. And I'm like, what did you just drink? And they're like, water. And they're like, why is Mr. Walton asking me about the water that I've been drinking all day long? And he's just asking me now. And I'm like, where did that water come from? And they're like, from the sink. And I'm like, but where did it come from before that?
Yeah.
And eventually we, dial it back to,
Well, we're not on a well.
yeah. And it came from, either the brown trout farm down there at the south end of Marysville. But in the end, like that water came from like a camel pissing in Africa somewhere. And evaporating into the sky and getting
No new water.
Yeah, you might be drinking something that Moses evacuated from his bladder, and so there is no new water. So we're all drinking bear poop water, or beer.
Yeah, even when you can talk about it in a big historical sense, and then also even just from the water treatment plant here. If you've ever visited that, it's like how much crap they're filtering out of it and reprocessing.
Yeah,
it's pretty remarkable.
It is. It'll damage you.
Yeah, but I mean, in light of just something I wanted to touch on, but I was just thinking about like what are maybe some markers in your kids that
they've been drinking a lot of poop water.
Right. Yeah. Are they starting to walk funny? Are their eyes starting to go cross-eyed? But like getting a gauge on your children without just asking them, hey, am I parenting you right? That tends...
Do you like the way this is going?
Right.
Is this relationship working out?
But what can you be looking for in them that to give you an idea? Hey, are we going the right direction? Do they seem to be picking up the right things?
Yeah.
And if not, how can I pivot? How can I adjust? I gave one marker that I thought of was, like if your kids are, and this requires some, communicating with other people, because when you're not there, are they lashing out? Are they, maybe they're getting in trouble a lot, and you're like, I don't know why they're getting in so much trouble, that I'm giving them everything that they need.
Yeah.
And then maybe they're getting all the instruction and rules from you, but they're not getting the love, like the thing that grounds them.
The attention that they need in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure years ago we talked about, how some of my kids' spankings work out really well. Other ones, isolation in the corner at the end of the hallway was like far more traumatic than getting a spanking.
Mm-hmm.
So like in, discipline, different things work differently, but what are the ways that your children are loved differently in order to actually know that they're loved by you?
Yeah, and I think it's it's just kind of a misnomer to say that in big families, kids are more likely to be neglected or be felt less loved or something.
Yeah.
Because I think you can just as easily do it with one kid,
Totally,
where you're just like, hey, you got all the stuff that you need. Look, I buy you everything that you want.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one. I mean, early on in our marriage, that was something I told Karen, is that if I ever have the excuse of, well, I love you because I go to work every day, you can just like donkey laugh at that, because that's just me doing what I would have to do to survive anyways.
Right.
So you cannot say that you're a dad or a husband if you're just going to work. I provided this for you. It's got to be much more than just providing the basics.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, like we talked about last time, being curious about your own kids and asking what they, what they're interested in or what they're struggling with. But at the same time, they are not, they don't always know why they're acting the way that they're acting.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to see, hey, why do you, they're not going to make the connection. Hey, I'm acting out at school because you don't give me enough love, Daddy.
Exactly.
But you need to ask, hey, do you think this, people talk about it in different terms, but one way is people talk about their love tank, is their love tank full? Like, do they feel the love, specifically we're talking about fathers, but do they feel the love of their father? Is their father pleased with them?
Yeah.
Do they feel like they can't do enough to please their father, and so they're just going to act out in all these crazy ways because, I can't please him, so I might as well get attention from somebody.
Yeah. What are those indicators? I was getting ready to use the security term. What are those pre-attack indicators?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
let's not go that route.
That's gone really wrong.
Yeah, that's when you've really not paid attention.
Yeah. So it could be lashing out like that. It could be, I don't know, like if you're getting, I don't know, if you've had an expectation, like for chores or for whatever, and then all of a sudden you're just getting a lot of pushback and a lot of, I don't want to do that, and you're like, where's this coming from?
Yeah.
People
asking people, hey, like asking teachers, or when your kid stays at somebody's house, if you have questions like, hey, how did that go? That's a good one. I mean, I think of like, I can, just so we don't have to like worry about talking about something that's more recent. I do remember pre-children in our household working in Awana and having kids. I was like the game director, and I think there was like 40 or 50 kids in that. And I remember they were just all acting up one particular night. And I was like, all right, instead of playing like an organized game, we're just going to run around the gym like 4 or 5 laps. And that way kind of takes all the energy out, and then we can actually focus on playing a game. And there's one kid that just fell apart, like about 3/4 of a lap into it. And so I'm standing over him, and I'm like, man, hopefully I'm doing the right thing. But like, I wasn't going to like coddle him. And I was like, all right, get up, come on, quit. And his dad comes in, and the kid immediately, just loses it from like crying to just completely like undone, like he had just gotten beat. And his dad comes up and wraps his arms around him, like, oh, are you okay? And like almost was in tears with him. And I was like, oh, I see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Like this kid knows that if he just wimps out, dad's totally gonna mummify him.
Yeah. And that's one of the tricky things is knowing the unspoken of how you do what you do as a father. Like you're a tone setter.
Yeah.
And so like I have the opposite reaction where I'm like, I mean, we haven't had any broken bones yet. Yeah. And things like that. So my assumption
that
is
you know of.
Right. Yeah, that I know of. Maybe that's why that one kid walks with a limp.
Yes, because Joe have 2 elbows on one arm.
I mean, I think that would have something to do with the water. Not with
that bear poop water you've been drinking.
But I'm like, what the heck was I saying? But like my natural inclination when I hear a kid crying, one of my children, is like, hey, you're tough. Like, hey, like, not that I'm not gonna hug you, but like I'm not gonna go swoop you up off the ground and like coddle you. And
that's probably a little bit easier because you have more girls.
Wait. Yeah, I mean, it's
like for me, I've got the one, and so I noticed them like with the boys. I'm like, suck it up. That bone will probably heal up through your skin.
I couldn't tell if you're joking or not because most people, their reaction with girls is like, oh, well, I need to protect them. I need to, it's like, well, yes, you need to protect them, but they actually need to be sturdy on their own.
Yeah.
Like,
I think with having more girls, that's probably a little bit easier. It's less of a novelty.
It's
Job,
only
you sweep up and you rock them in your arms.
It's only if you've done the reps, though.
Yeah.
If you've done the reps of the other thing, then you're just going to keep repeating the same thing.
Yep.
And so I think it takes input from other people. Like we will ask people like, hey, you just spent vacation with us, or like, hey, you hang around us a lot. What do you think?
Yeah.
You know,
would you do that again?
I mean, you offer, just being teacher and stuff, and you give valuable input. Like, hey, this assignment looks crappy. I'm like, I agree. Yeah. And then we have a conversation about it, like, and continually like talking about like, hey, is what you're doing meeting the standard? Yeah. Is the standard something that's attractive and good, and you see the reasons for why, as they get older, giving them reasons why. Yeah. Like, it's no longer just do what I say and you don't need a reason. Yeah. Now it's like, hey, you need to be convinced that this is a good thing overall. That's pursue it.
You make it attractive when they're younger, but then you have those conversations that kind of broaden that horizon as they get older. Where it's less like, you must like this. This is what's right, and you get into asking them, why should we like this? What makes this a good thing, a good and beautiful thing?
Yeah, and there's actually, really good conversations that we have even in my class with ninth graders. Like, hey, why is this a good thing? Or is it a good thing? Yeah. And if it is, tell me why. Like, you get a lot of answers about various things like that.
Yeah.
But I think one of beyond like because knowing your kids, it's going to take knowing your kids to know what the markers are, but being able to not just not try to put a Band-Aid on it. Usually the solution is something with you.
Yeah.
That you're not giving them something, like seeing a behavior in your kids and automatically thinking, oh, what's their problem? Like, you should immediately think, what's my problem? What am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
And
if something's going wrong in your family, dudes, look at yourself first.
Yeah.
And I know that's like, how do you make that your first reaction? To, okay, this is how my kid's acting. Why are they such a moron? Or what am I missing that I have let them get to the point that they're acting that way?
Yeah.
And then once you figure that out, or if once you figure it out, repent. Or if you're trying to figure it out, and maybe depending on the age of your kid, asking them, hey, is there this deficit in my parenting? Is this where I'm, going wrong? Do you notice that? Repenting or talking with your wife. Hey, have I been doing this? Have I been neglecting this or overcompensating for something or whatever?
Kim just asked me. It was probably 6 months ago, but she was just like, "Hey, I'm kind of worried about this one kid, like one of our kids, not a random kid." But she's like, I just don't know if she's getting, like, is her love tank full? Like, and I said, don't worry about it. Like, I have seen, like, she's coming to me for hugs. Yeah. She's not pushing away.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, okay, because I haven't been seeing that or sensing that. She was immediately relieved that I at least had a pulse on it. You know? And of course, there can be, maybe I could be wrong, but I could identify a couple things that I'm like, no, I see that, like, she feels like she'll just walk by me and give me a hug. Like, she's... And sure, sometimes you could say, like, hey, if they're seeking hugs out, you're not giving enough back. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe, depending on the person.
But they know where to
get it, and they know it's gonna be reciprocated.
Yeah, there's a certain point, if you're not doing that, they're going to be like, well...
Because honestly, usually I'm the one, if we're just walking around the house, I'm usually the one, like, I'll just put an arm around them. Like, it's not this big... I'm not the bear hug guy. Yeah. But...
Shocker. This just in. Ian, not the bear hug guy. We'll drink bear poop beer. But
breaking news. I would take that headline any day over ice. Ice this, ice that. Yeah. But so anyway, be attentive to your kids. Care for them, and be willing to be wrong about what you're seeing. Ask people what they're seeing. don't be like Minnesota.
No,
You know,
just life goals.
right?
Don't be like Minnesota.
Yeah.
If you're a federal agent, kick a puppy if you need to.
Oh man, yeah. When the headline of busting a dude with a warrant is puppy kicked by officer, then you know there's something wrong.
That's
like,
right. Yeah. How many puppies will be kicked between now and the next podcast? That's what I'm wondering.
right? I mean, I'm worried.
Yeah,
you should be too.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be my morning search.
But hey, at least they don't shoot your dog like the ATF.
That's right.
Your weekly reminder.
Yeah.
All right. Well, certainly there is opportunity to weld defiance and obedience into one inseparable whole. So get after it. Maybe go find yourself a Speedway Grand Prix chocolate pecan edition, or a imported Sullivan's Brewing Company Maltings Irish Ale, or just go hug your kid.
That's right.
Okay? Don't kick a deaf kid or whatever it is.
Don't kick a deaf puppy.
Don't do that either. All right. We're out.
You better be.
Thanks for listening to the Contraritics. Tune in next time for another dose of guns, beer, and contrarianism.